Hey there, I'm Owen. Today I just wanted to touch base and say hello. I last night was sitting right here in this very chair during a citywide curfew, Los Angeles citywide curfew at 8 p.m. where everyone had to be inside because the riots protesting the police killing in Minneapolis were raging not more than a block away from where I'm sitting right now. And all night, it was the sound of rushing sirens, the sound of pounding helicopters, explosions, gunshots, smashing stuff, sounds that I wouldn't even recognize. It felt to me kind of like what it sort of feels like in a movie when someone hides in a safe spot, and then there's all this noise and crazy stuff outside, and then they go out to take a look at what's going on the next day, and it's just, you can't even imagine what has happened. The sounds I heard at the street last night were just insane. They were incredibly disturbing. Now, I felt relatively safe being where I am, and it was close to the action. I have a lot of faith in the local sheriff's department. I have a lot of faith in the LAPD, and that I probably wasn't going to get hurt in that. But I go out, but all night, it sounds like there is quite literally a war happening just blocks away. And as this is all happening, I'm thinking to myself, this is insanity. Like, this is more than just this particular protest. This is where we are right now as people. And this part of LA isn't the only place in LA that there was a protest. And frankly, LA isn't the only place that there was a protest like this. Tensions are so high right now. There's so much insanity going on. Everything is just completely crazy at the moment. And people are just going insane. And people are having a really, really tough time. I'm having a tough time with it, but I also know that I'm handling it, but able to handle it better than a lot of people can, and I'm afforded a lot of different pleasures that a lot of people don't have to get through it. So I get that. I really get that. So I guess what I'm saying is take care of yourself. Be gentle with yourself in a time like this where the entire country is poised to erupt into this kind of violence just overnight. And violence it is. They were looting in stores in Beverly Hills. I just walked up the street this morning, and the window of the MedMen, the weed shop up the street from me, has been completely destroyed. The place has been emptied out. The liquor store across the street has been broken into, completely emptied out. I get that I live a pretty charmed life. I really do. And I live in a really nice area, and I'm pretty protected, and I've grown up pretty nice and pretty protected, and I get that. And, this is a little alarming, right? In this kind of a neighborhood for something like this to be happening. But this is where we are right now. Is that these kinds of things can just happen anywhere. And a lot of it happens because people are just not feeling good right now. People are feeling upset. People are on edge. I know I'm on edge. I know that, I'm ready to snap in a minute, and that's just sort of where I'm at. The other thing that really strikes me, though, about what happened last night with these riots just up the street from me was almost at the same time how numb I was to it. Like, here is a situation that almost in any other circumstance, I'd be like, oh my God, this is a huge emergency. This is crazy. This is a really, really big problem. What are we going to do? I don't know how to find my way through it. And now, when it happens, it's sort of like, well, okay, I'm staying inside tonight anyway. And curfew doesn't really add one more thing to that. There are already so many restrictions going on. There are already so many considerations, and I'm already got danger on the mind every time I leave my house anyway. So this almost just seems like just one more thing on the list that's there. And in a way, it sort of makes me numb to it, which on one hand, I'm like, okay, well, that helps me deal with the situation better. But I also know that this is not a viable strategy for me in the long term, because if I start getting numb to these things and start just accepting the next awful, terrible thing as just, well, yeah, it's just one more terrible thing, of course, no problem, then eventually I'm going to become so desensitized to all of it that terrible things will keep happening, and then finally something so terrible will happen that I won't have the option to continue, and maybe none of us will, and we won't even know. It's that idea of the frog in the boiling pot of water, where the water keeps heating up, but he doesn't know it's getting too hot until it is so hot that it kills him, but he doesn't know until it's too late. That's what I don't want to have happen to me when all of this stuff starts happening. It's really important to me to not become super desensitized to all of these things as it gets so bad. And look, this is like a natural progression almost of the kind of situation that we're in, where there's so many people who just don't have, like, all their money is gone, business is gone, livelihood is gone, so much support that everybody had is gone. Like, where else is there to turn when the system that was supposed to protect you is not here to help any longer? And this is what happens. So anyway, I didn't want to, come on and push anything. I'm not going to ask you to do anything today. I really just wanted to come and say hello, that I appreciate you always being here and watching and being involved. Thank you for what you do, and to just say, I'm fucking scared right now, right? And I'm sure that we all are. I just reach out and say that, and just share that. And if you are too, then no, you are not alone, and we will make it through this together. All right. So I hope you're staying safe and healthy. That's it for today. Keep being awesome. You got a home here, and I will talk to you tomorrow.